Hi Sam, welcome to FrightFest. The Cedars just played the super screen. How was the experience?
It was nice to see the film on a big screen with with the sound like kicked up loud, and it was interesting to see all those crazy elements come together into the final film. Interesting to hear where people laugh, where they don't laugh, where the horror sits, what people's reactions are. I suppose essentially it's nice to see it on a big screen. It's a beautiful screen here, and the sound was absolutely wonderful. But then you start looking around at the audience, like wondering what you've written and what you've created, how that is affecting people, how you can tighten the bolts next time round. I guess. Yeah.
I mean, for me, the film's sort of like Under the Skin, Heathers, B-movie, body horror. How on earth do you, where did the idea come from?
I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. I get a lot of ideas from looking at paintings. Actually, there's an article, Marina Khan, whose work I was looking at, with these weird twisted bodies and a cat watching. And I was thinking, weird twisted bodies with a cat watching. That seems cool. That got in my psyche, I suppose. I moved out to the desert in California, and I bought a cabin and did it up in a remote bit of the desert, and it turned out to be haunted. That was quite an extreme experience. I don't really normally believe in those things, but it was a very strange place. So I thought the isolation of the desert would be cool. I've been trying to make a film for a long time, and I wanted to write something that I could make that's like a chamber piece, but didn't feel like a chamber piece. It's a three-hander. Well, apart from the other fella that shows up. So it's like, how do you make a three-hander? How do you solve that problem of making a low-budget film that doesn't feel like a low-budget film, that still has the cool stuff that you want to put in it, like body horror? We talk about Heathers, and that the way you just described it, like a body horror with Heathers and a bit of Alien and Under the Skin. That is kind of what I want to make. Whether I've made that or not, I'm not quite sure. Those are high bar bits of cinema, those. But the effort's there. And one thing about the film that I am proud of is that it's completely batshit crazy. There's not a lot of films that get made out there that are as bonkers as that, and it's nice to have made something that's so crazy, got that out in the world. It's quite hard to show a script like that to people and then go, oh, that sounds cool, but we got it made, and that feels good, I suppose. Yeah.
I mean, in amongst all of the madness, I think the film has some really nice things to say about social media and our relationship with technology, but also strangely motherhood. The way that each of these women interact with their guest. Was that something that was at the forefront of your mind?
Well, I mean, I think initially I'd started thinking about social media and how it affects us, like on a biological level, as opposed to just like my brain's being changed by going on Instagram too much, and it's sort of how social media and technology seeps into our sort of the liminal spaces and manipulates us from our sort of our psyches, I guess. And looking at technology and looking at how the internet came about, it was very innocuous. I remember when the internet came first to my house, or Facebook, or whatever. It was, what's this thing? It's like a thing. I don't know. It's very innocuous. So our alien is quite innocuous. I didn't want to have one that ran around and tore people to pieces, because I feel like the power of the internet is in its telepathic, liminal, manipulative energy, I guess, and we're all being affected by it. It's so present in the news at the moment. I wanted to say something about that, and then making the film, it felt like it turned into something slightly different, in the sense that maybe the creature it's just an idea. Three friends, a creature arrives, and it turns two of them completely insane, impregnates them and destroys them. So I'm still not quite sure what the film says. It started out being a social media kind of thing, but I don't know what it is now. I guess it's got its own life, and it can go and do what it wants to do.
And obviously, the fourth character is this alien visitor, this guest. How much? I think the design to me was very sort of nostalgic throwback, almost a weird sort of Turtle meets Flight of the Navigator, sort of thing. How much involvement did you have in the design, or did you just let Dan Martin and his team go mad?
No, I mean, I was very specific about the design. I did a ton of design work on the creature, and as I was saying in the talk, I looked up creatures that had washed up. I was trying to find a way of conjuring an alien that didn't look like an alien, because if it lands in the pool and it looks like an alien, the girls look stupid. So it has to sit on the edge of animalistic, rather than being something really sort of strange, which would be cool to make. I was looking at animals that had washed up on beaches all around the world. I had like a weird pig dog that I liked, that I think was a I don't know. I'm not sure where it came from, but it's on the internet. Pig dog, yeah. If you Google washed up creatures, you find a bunch of cool stuff. Had a couple of really good designers come and work. Dominic Halston came in and did some design work for us. He's done stuff on Alien, I think. My friend Robert Morgan, he chucked some ideas into it. He's an amazing director as well. So it kind of cooked itself. I always imagined it was going to be a bit hairier, but as it turns out, hair is quite expensive for creatures. So with no hair, so in the end, we just like covered it in oil and made it, into this weird little sweaty little bear. But yeah, I mean, I think the thing with this creature is it had to sit somewhere between alien and animal, be credibly animal for the characters not to go, oh look, it's an alien, which would make them look stupid. So yeah, loads of work into that. It's fun. Designing creatures is a really fun part of it. And then Dan did really well as well. We had quite a few different versions of that creature. He operated it himself. And he's cute. I like the transition of cute to absolutely insane with a plan. That feels good to me.
And your first feature, but it's been picked up by Shudder. The horror streaming giant. I mean, they're very, very good at embracing a wide, diverse range of genre film. Where do you think that The Seed's going to sort of sit alongside the other ones on the platform?
I don't know. I mean, Shudder's a new entity to me, really. I guess to all of us, the streaming platforms are they're not that new, but one thing I like about Shudder is that they've embraced fully the madness of the movie, and they're embracing like the madness of they're allowing crazy directors to make movies. They've got a load of really interesting stuff that they might not be going. We're doing festivals with this. We might not be getting big cinema release, but Shudder are a very interesting home for crazy cinema, and it's incredibly difficult to get a crazy bit of cinema made. Like, in England, it's quite a conservative world for cinema. That's why it probably took me 16 years to get a movie made. Yeah, I'm really happy with Shudder, actually. I think the people I've spoken to there, they're really sharp, switched on. I don't know quite how The Seed's going to play because it's not a straight horror film. It's certainly more crazy than other films. But no, I think Shudder are a good player in the industry. I think they're coming in and supporting really talented filmmakers who perhaps wouldn't get the opportunity otherwise. So I'm a big fan, actually, big fan.
You said 16 years to get this one made. Are you hoping the next one's a little bit quicker?
16 years. It's funny because on the program guide for this thing, it says Sam Walker, who was on Screen International Stars of Tomorrow, and I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, Stars of Tomorrow. When was that? Because I'm on that Stars of Tomorrow with Benedict Cumberbatch and Andrea Arnold. Oh my God, it took a long time. Hopefully it will come a lot quicker now. I suppose having made a film in COVID, in difficult times, and it's come up pretty good. Hopefully that will enable me to make some more interesting cinema. I really want to get on with it now, really. It's taken a while to get going, and I've got a bunch of projects, TV and film, and stuff that's as crazy as The Seed in different ways that I'd like to get made as well. So let's see.
Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for your time.